From the Queen City, Charlotte, North Carolina, you're watching the Belk Bowl. It's the first matchup of this bowl season between two ranked teams. Number 13, Georgia, taking on 21st ranked Louisville. He is the third different starting quarterback for Louisville this season. Bolin hands it off to Brandon Radcliffe. Radcliffe across the 30-yard line. He's got 11. Radcliffe split wide. Screen pass. Georgia read it all the way. Two-back look here on 1st and 10. Sony Michel and Chubb in the game. That's Michel in motion. The give is to Chubb. Breaks a couple of tackles. And Chubb bullies his way across the 30. A gain of 20 yards. And he's north of 1,300 yards rushing for the season.
When you study a guy like that you know so well, and it kind of binds you a little bit.
Play action. Mason. Downfield for Conley. Touchdown, Georgia.
Conley has been the most consistent vertical threat matched up on Charles Gaines outside. It's simply a post down the middle of the field, and Mason hits it. And the one reason he hits it is what a clean pocket up inside. A little pressure leaked late, but those are the type of shots, Anish, that Mason has to hit tonight.
An impressive opening salvo by Georgia. 8 plays, 90 yards. It's capped by a 44-yard strike. Empty look on 2nd down. Bolin's pass over the middle. That's caught. James Quick lost the football, covers it up, but they say he was already down close to midfield. It's a gain of 27.
An empty backfield, and the ball comes out fairly quickly. Just drop coverage inside. Quick just runs to where
Bolin, a redshirt freshman. Strong run. All the way down to the 10-yard line. Brandon Radcliffe. He's a turner. So 3rd and goal. L.J. Scott in the game. Bolin steps up, throws in traffic. And that's caught for a touchdown. It's the tight end, Gerald Christian.
A tremendous throw by Bolin and a great catch and route by Christian. See if he got his feet down with possession. But Georgia actually had the tight end bracketed underneath and over the top right there. And Christian did a nice job of running the route on the top defender and just completely lose track of the defender under you. That's exactly the way you should run that route.
5th receiving touchdown of the season for Christian, who transferred to Louisville from Florida. Louisville loading up the box on 3rd down. Mason in the flat. He's got Conley, who's got a touchdown catch already. And it's a 1st down.
Vision in the pass game into a tight window.
That's where those playmaking DBs are lurking. Michael Bennett took a shot going over the middle. James Sample delivering the hit. It's incomplete, no flag.
Run in there at your own risk, and Sample is that physical enforcer on the back end.
1968. Blitz. Mason pumps. Conley over the middle. And he's got a 1st down close to the 40-yard line, a gain of 13. Mason flushed, in trouble, tries to get rid of it. There's no whistle. Louisville covers it up.
The official did not rule this as a legal forward pass, which I actually think it should have been called a pass. Mason is trying to get rid of this football, although it would be called grounding because he doesn't get it past the line of scrimmage. This was intentional, and it was forward. That should be an illegal forward pass, grounding.
The pass was forward, did not cross the line of scrimmage, and there was no receiver in the area. Intentional grounding, offense number 14. Lost him down at the spot of the foul. Fourth down.
This will be the final play of the first quarter. It's a handoff to Brandon Radcliffe. Lowers his shoulder. Finally thrown down by a Marlo Herrera back next season. You throw in two transfers. It's going to be a wide open quarterback race. Incomplete on third down. Bolin wanted a flag. It's not there. Eli Rogers was the target.
And he catches the football. He finishes it when he gets his hands on it.
Mason's pass caught by Bennett across midfield, and Michael Bennett takes it inside the 45-yard line. He's Hudson Mason's security blanket. He's playing in front of a lot of family and friends tonight. Mason's pass, that's caught over the middle by Malcolm Mitchell, and Mitchell to the 25-yard line. Mason gets rid of it, and that's knocked away. Broken up by Terrell Floyd. 41-yarder for Marshall Morgan, who earlier this year set an SEC record by connecting on 20 straight field goals. And that one is good from 41. Georgia retakes the lead, 10-7 with 11:33 to go in the half.
Kyle Bonifant, a hog.
Bonifant under pressure, and he is devoured at the 35 by Rameek Wilson.
Second and long, expect pressure, and Wilson comes right up the middle. Offensive lineman was there to take him, was Jake Smith, and just didn't do a very good job of moving his feet. Boy.
Here's the pressure. Mason the screen to Michelle. He's got jets. Michelle across midfield and finally tripped up near the 45-yard line by the safety, James Sample.
Well, one of the keys we talked about is anticipating the pressure you're going to get from Louisville defensively. This is great anticipatory play calling by John Lilly.
Mason's going to run. He's got the first down. He slides down at the 30. Not really his game, but he saw the opening and picks up a first.
With safeties, and Mason keeps the ball.
Chubb plunges through the middle, still on his feet, and there he goes. Touchdown, Georgia.
How about the yards after contact? We just talked about this. You go ahead and count them. Contact was after 2 yards. There were multiple contacts, about 7. He keeps his feet, and guess where he's going? North and south once again, and he gets it into the end zone.
And I'm not sure Louisville's defense was set on that last run. Regardless, Chubb rips it off, gets into the end zone, and Georgia up by 2 scores. On play action. Bonifant downfield in double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Dominic Sanders. He's still running in circles. Sanders across the 30. And tripped up near the 10-yard line. Bonifant had a guy in the flat wide open, and he decided to take a shot downfield.
That's the key. You have to dump this ball off. Double covered outside. You have a safety underneath or over the top and the defender underneath. Sanders has the easy part. Just catch the football and then return it. That was a horrific decision by Reggie Bonifant.
And oh, by the way, 4 linemen return next season. Here's Chubb. Bounces it to the outside. And he's wrapped up right at the 5-yard line. Good pursuit that time by Louisville.
That would be a little bit intimidating, wouldn't it?
Field goal attempt. And Marshall Morgan drills this one from 22. A chip shot, and Georgia tacks on to its lead 20 to... Pressure again. Pass is tipped. It falls incomplete. It was headed in the direction of Devontae Parker, who's been very quiet in the first half. Fake punt. Down Johnson left it a little short.
And Ryan Johnson actually threw this ball before Christian was looking at it. And then he underthrew it to Boo. Christian tries to get back to it. He was all alone, and obviously it's a punter throwing the football. He's not a quarterback, but he was so wide open. What you do in those situations, take a little extra time and make sure you get the ball to the open guy.
How about Georgia go with a new quarterback, Bryce Ramsey, into the game? Ramsey off the play fake. Downfield for Mitchell, and is that intercepted? It is picked off by Terrell Floyd. 8th career interception for the senior.
Bryce Ramsey comes in and takes a rep as a true freshman and may be the quarterback next year, but he's late on this throw. Mitchell is open early, and the throw came late, and it allowed the defender Floyd to get over and pick that football off.
And that's what Louisville does. 26 interceptions, tied with Louisiana Tech for most of the FBS. Bolin floats it downfield. It's caught by Parker. Bolin downfield, and he had his receiver all turned around, intended for Radcliffe. It'll bring up 4th down. Receiver was open.
At the same time, Mike Bobo told me about that in a conversation last night.
Play action on 3rd and short. Ramsey rolls out high. Throw is hauled in at the 32-yard line by Justin Scott Wesley. 3rd catch of the season for the junior. Sony Michel into Spell Chubb. And it's Michel trying the middle, but nothing there. Ball comes out. Louisville says they have it. And Louisville has it. The one they call Lorenzo Malden, creating havoc.
And Michel just gets contact a little bit early, and the true freshman kind of loses that emphasis on ball security, and that ball came out quickly, and Lozo caused that.
Louisville 3 out of 8 on 3rd downs tonight. 3-step drop, Bolin to the air. He's got Parker, and he's got a 1st down. You want to get the offense going? Go to number 9. Parker lined up at the top of your screen. Bolin looking his way. It's through the hands of Parker, and it's intercepted by Georgia. Dominic Sanders, the freshman.
And Parker was open, and Bolin just missed him. This ball is behind him.
That's one he's got to catch, though, and that's one he usually does catch.
And it's usually one that he does catch, but that's difficult when you're going one way. The ball is on the back shoulder, and
who is the only defensive back to start every game this season for Georgia. So both teams exchange turnovers to start the second half. And that is Sony Michel out across the 45 for a gain of 11 and a Bulldog 1st down. Hudson Mason left the game in the second quarter with an undisclosed injury. He has not returned. Georgia's been outstanding on 3rd downs. Ramsey hit as he throws it into traffic, and that was nearly intercepted by James Sample. We told you this Louisville defense, they're a bunch of ball hawks.
And that's what John Lilly is having to do right now.
Bolin all day. And that's caught by Quick. And he goes out of bounds after a 29-yard pickup. So Louisville in business, and right now it appears Kyle Bolin gives this offense the best chance.
Bobbles out of his hands is not a confident spin coming out of the quarterback.
Only 2 down linemen that time, but here's the rush. And Bolin had trouble recognizing it. Lorenzo Carter, who's starting in place of Leonard Floyd, applying the pressure. Georgia pinned deep after a terrific punt by Ryan Johnson. There's Nick Chubb, needs 6 yards to get to 100. He's got more than that. Chubb across the 40. There he goes. One man to beat. Nick Chubb tackled inside the 20-yard line. It's an 82-yard run by the true freshman.
Louisville is loading up the box expecting a run, which is probably what they should have done, but the problem is there really isn't a second line of defense.
76. There's Sony Michel. Michel breaks one tackle, and he reaches forward to the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 13, first and goal for Georgia. Talking about him needing 6 to get 100, and he got 82. Michel gets the edge. Touchdown, Georgia.
This is what Michel brings to the run game, the bounceability. This is designed to go right up Broadway, but it's the ability to bounce it and the speed to get into the end zone. John Lilly likes that when he calls a play and it ends up in the end zone. Chubb is not the guy to get lateral. Michel is the guy that can do that.
The two true freshman running backs take Georgia 97 yards in 3 plays. Over the middle, that's complete. It's Parker. And that's where he showed dangerous yards after the catch. Bobby Petrino told us that's his best asset. 6 catches, 77 yards for Devontae Parker in his final game in a Cardinal uniform. Bolin downfield, that's caught by Parker. And this is what Bolin did against Kentucky. When in doubt, throw it to number 9. Trips formation, they've got Parker in the slot. Here's Parker, tunnel screen. Parker slips one tackle, gets a block, gets to the outside, and Devontae Parker picks up a first down.
Well, you saw about everything, Anish, that Devontae Parker is about. It's the tunnel screen. Watch him catch the wave of linemen coming from the inside out, but then it's all about natural ability to run with it once he really can do it all.
120 yards, 8 catches for the senior. Radcliffe plows through for a Louisville touchdown.
Anish, think back to that 3rd and 20 catch and run by Parker if this game gets close once again. That was a play this team desperately needed, and they got it from the best player on the offensive side of the ball.
And you saw on that drive a concerted effort to target Devontae Parker.
Yeah, sometimes, and Bobby Petrino knows this, you cannot let the opposition take your go-to guy away.
The free safety, Holloman, with 14 of them. Ramsey steps up. That pass is caught by Chris Conley. And Georgia now is 9 out of 12 on 3rd downs.
Screen, rush 3, and covered.
Now they'll run it here on 3rd down. Chubb with the stiff arm, trying to stretch for the marker. And it looks like he got a pretty good spot. This is Douglas, and he's met in the backfield. Johnny Richardson with the stop, and it's 4th down for Georgia. 13 plays, 38 yards, but it took up more than 7 minutes of clock. Kyle Bolin with time. Pocket develops, throwing for quick. And did Swan pick it off? He did.
A slight roll for the quarterback away and trying to get quick down the sideline, and it does look like that Swan secured that football all the way to the ground. Paid attention in the production meeting, so I know the answer.
There's Chubb breaking tackles, and he's got 200-plus rushing yards on the game. That is 16 for Chubb there, 210 on the evening, his second 200-yard game of the season.
Paid dividends in the first half. It starts to pay dividends in the fourth quarter.
Louisville loading the box, play action. Ramsey's got a receiver open, and that's Kenneth Towns. Sixth catch of the season for the redshirt sophomore out of Albany, Georgia. This is Chubb on 3rd and 8, looking for the corner. Malden had him by the ankles, and Chubb gets to the 25-yard line. Field goal attempt coming from Marshall Morgan. He's hit from 41 and 22 today. 15 out of 20 on the season. This one is up and good. Still a two-score game. Louisville needs a touchdown and a two-point conversion, and then rinse, lather, and repeat.
Blocker numbers are pretty darn impressive, as you might imagine. But yeah, you're exactly right, and it's all about number 27 staying healthy.
On 3rd and 9, Bolin going long. Off target. With a couple of near misses against Florida State and Clemson. Mighty impressive. Speaking of mighty impressive, here's Chubb inside the 10-yard line. The record for most rushing yards in a game, Herschel Walker, 283, back in 1980 against Vanderbilt. This is 259 against the number 3 rush defense in the FBS. Chubb looking for room. Touchdown, Georgia. What a game by the true freshman, Nick Chubb.
And we saw in the previous play that the desire to get north and south once again, and I always like that in a running back, but right here it's breaking tackles and being patient. You have a bowler, you have a fullback, and a great block by Taylor Maxey, and then Chubb pays it off. That's impressive.
Well, he needed 45 yards to pass Garrison Hurst.
Don't tell me he got 43.
4 plays, 45 yards, all Nick Chubb, who now has the 4th highest single-season rushing total in Georgia history. So digest this, the only player in the storied history of Georgia football who's run for more yards in a single season than Chubb, Herschel Walker.
By no means is that offensive coordinator position been filled, I believe, in Georgia at this time.
Bolin's pass caught by Eli Rogers. Nice move. Rogers to the 20. First down and more up to the 30-yard line. Season. That is also a new Georgia single-season record. Bolin flushed. Last play of the game, sacked by the freshman Lorenzo Carter, and Georgia ends it with an exclamation mark. For the 9th time in Mark Richt's tenure as Georgia's head coach. Louisville finishes the season 9-4. Georgia wins the Belk Bowl 37-14. We now get you out to Santa Clara, California.